Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Now, this is going to be something a little different today. Normally, you find me playing Pokemon Go and all sorts, but also another passion of mine is cars and stuff and the whole side of everything, the car industry, motor industry, car, racing and all that. So, I will admit now, I am nowhere near an expert, admittedly, but I have dabbled in the past. I have dabbled with mechanic stuff, and I kind of know a little bit of way around. We'll say a little, probably more than what I'm trying to say here. But so today, we're going to react to some mechanical fails, as it were. Something a bit different, something I'm quite passionate about, the car stuff, and maybe I can give you some hints and tips and possibly what went wrong with a lot of things. So let's get into this show. Okay, first of all, gonna question how that happened. Now, don't get me wrong, Comedy Central right there, I admittedly, but that is seriously ridiculously dangerous, to be honest here. The only thing I can think of, okay, is over an automatic car, admittedly, and someone's decided to put it in drive, and obviously then it's powered with the front wheels, and obviously someone's only placed the wheel back on the hub, and basically not put any wheel nuts on, so it's obviously lock in tying that wheel, so put it in drive possibly, and then the front axles, the hub is spinning, and of course that wheel is going admittedly, but very, very dangerous. Please make sure you tighten everything, double check everything. I'm working on anything, make sure you put the bolts on and nuts on, because stuff like that can happen. I'm saying it could be an automatic car. Manuals will not do that unless you put it in gear and then you decide to put the clutch on, put your foot on the accelerator. But I reckon it's an automatic car, because obviously then it just turns it. But next clip, shall we move on, shall we? So, bad idea. Oh no! You can see on his face as well. No. Air power tools. What he was using. I don't know if he was trying to loosen the nut on the air power tool, or just had a crazy idea. It looks okay by the way, it looks good, but that ridiculous thing. Use the air power tool, air compression, basically like an air power, almost like ratchet almost. It's much more powerful, much more quicker and efficient. But they are, I said, it's air pressure. It's very dangerous. I mean, you're trying to hold it probably wasn't putting any force on the spanner there, but the fact that you've got something 10 times the power of your hand, as it were, it's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. I mean, that again, once again, a very bad idea. Do not mess with air tools. Do not mess with air tools. I'm glad he was okay. When they change the oil goes wrong.
Hops in that oil.
Start spewing.
Oh!
Oil changes at the best times are probably one of the messiest jobs you could ever do. One of the easiest jobs, admittedly, to do personally, if you want to personally work on your car, but one of the most, well, as you saw there, unforgiving ones as well. The only thing, you have an oil pan, which is what you had underneath there. Either the only thing I could think of is you didn't have it aligned very correctly, and it's just almost like it's hit a solid surface and it's just splashing back. It's like, you can see how fast it was coming out. It's like running a tap at full blast and it's going, honestly, just bouncing off the bottom of the back. Or it's already somewhat full, maybe. I shouldn't be. You should always have an empty oil pan tray, but oh, that's a massive cleanup job. Next clip. BMW, but no. That looked like a carbon splitter. What you have, some carbon, I think it might have been, I'm guessing, let's go look. I want to say it's an M4 GTS or an M3, I don't know. Most of them, I mean, I can't even tell if that was attached already or it was already falling off. But either way, that was a terrible mistake. It was on the ramp, I'm gonna try and, okay. I'm trying to look like he was trying to put it on the 4-poster ramps to go up and trying to put over the lip. Now, basically when it happened when you lower cars or have low cars, I think it's an M4 GTS. Now, as I mentioned, it's probably it's carbon fiber, most of them are like a split, where they have underneath your front bumper, or some sportier cars will have them, and it's like a small lip, as it were. And it's mainly aerodynamics, basically, so it lets more air flow underneath, so you kind of hunker the grass. So say the airflow's coming under, your car basically squatting down, so hit, if you're basically racing, like track day cars. So you're basically trying to get that much grip as possible underneath your car, and it's just ripped it completely. Oh no. That's an expensive job. And again, trouble with cars being lower, sometimes you have to, if you can, probably with that, you're going to have to raise the suspension up a bit just to get it over that. Or if you can get underneath, which I think is near nigh impossible, you can see how low down it is. But try to jack up slightly and then try and, it looks like it was already coming off and he's just torn it off. I don't know if you... What the f***? Is that... What? Did he... What? Why? Was he trying to create ventilated discs or something? Oh, I can't. What is that? What were you trying to achieve? What were you trying to achieve? How would you even do it? Most people can't go over what they were trying to achieve. Like, how would you even manage that? They're normally a solid piece of metal. You break this way, obviously you have your pads that sit on that. When they compress, obviously they slow down. It's like friction on that disc, but did he cut through the metal? Why? Were you trying to ventilate? You know, you can get ventilated and drilled. You've probably seen it, if not both. Brake discs, where some like slightly drilled in and some like have like almost like grooves in them. It's basically create less friction as it was, you know, like more. And when you obviously got the pads going again, obviously it's metal pretty much friction, then slow down your car, obviously heat builds up. So it's ventilated, hence ventilated discs. But that? No. I have no words for that. Why is my first question. What were you trying to achieve? If you're trying to, that's the wrong way, okay? There's a right way and a wrong way to try and ventilate your discs. The right way is basically buy them. Do not attempt that kind of rubbish. What we got here? Was that oil or was that I couldn't quite make it. It looked like clear fluid. Where did that start? Oh god, something looked like it exploded and just went. It's hard to tell from that kind of. You can't really see much, but. Oh god, what? That's every. Oh, that's just. Yeah, that's. I don't know if it's trans fluid or fluid, some sort of fluid, as you can tell. And might be a big cleanup job, and maybe might damage your computers. I can't see much, hard to say. We found the problem underneath the car. Looks like an oil change. Oil sump plug is turning out. We got the exhaust by the looks of it. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh no. If that was an oil sump, which I'm pretty sure it was, as you saw in like the second clip, I believe it was, there should be oil coming out of that. The fact that there's nothing, not even a drop, can cause a lot of problems. Now, you have oil going around your engine in your car to keep it lubricated. Leave it. Basically, it helps to keep the metal parts from grinding on each other, if that makes sense. I'm trying to explain stuff very sort of easy for you lot to understand. I know that's why I'm being like I am right now. But normally you have oil that goes around inside the keep your pistons and the piston wall, as it were, the cylinder head itself, and some other part of the engine. I could go in more detail. I'm trying to be very basic with this. Sorry. So basically, I said keep it from metal kind of grinding, because it will do a lot more. Empty like that will do. It will have the pistons already shredding and grinding against the cylinder head wall. Oh god, you can seize your engine completely. Like it flows through. That's why you have the oil sump, because it flows through your crankshaft. It turns everything. The pistons going up and down. There's a constant flow of oil. Just maybe a small thin layer, but it's enough to keep the engine smoothly running and stuff. The fact nothing came out of that. Oh my, no. If the engine hasn't seized, he's got very, very lucky. But that's frightening. Always check your oil levels. Okay. Yeah, now, that should be attached. That is your drive shaft. I think we have another name for it. That, oh god. That's clean snapped in half. Now, normally if you come drive shaft, you have that into part in and part of the transmission, depending on the layout of your car. So if it's a front-wheel drive car, you'll have it going across almost like the axles. But it's basically the axle, which then connects to your wheel hub. So basically, say once you put it in gear, that automatically turns. So it turns your wheels in a motion. That's clearly snapped in half. The actual half of the drive shaft is still spinning, but it's not spinning where the wheel should. So you've got a one-wheel drive car by the looks of it there. Ouch. How? Is my other question. How did you manage to snap that? Because that's a lot of torque, there's a lot of torque on it. Because you have power and you have torque, so when we see the power coming through of the car moving, as it were. And a car line doesn't look like it has got a lot of money, so you've either hit something very hard, or your wheel somehow is jammed up and it's just twisted that and snapped clean. Ooh. Yikes. Oil change gone wrong, Craig's approximation. Okay. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, that's a bad day. That's a bad day. Oh, no. Oh, I feel sorry for him. I feel very sorry for him. Obviously did not. As you can tell, it was trying to do an oil change, left it thinking it'd be okay to have that, put it up on the ramp, so the wheel was raised up on the 4 pillars, and basically got the oil drainer, as it were, timed it up, and it was just going into that funnel down into an oil cylinder thing at the bottom there. Just collect the oil, thinking of balance, and obviously somehow it's unbalanced itself and just gone absolutely everywhere. I was coming to try and save it and just slipped on the oil. Oh, that's a massive cleanup job as well. That's a massive cleanup job. Oh no. Oh. Like I said, one of the easiest jobs ever to do, but one of the messiest. And when things like that can happen. Oh, no. I feel for the guy. I really do feel for the guy. That's, he's had a bad day there. Now, that's the other thing. If you're ever going to do stuff like that, work on it when it's cooler, or always cooler, or at least slightly have the engine for the tiniest amount of time. So it's just process through the engine and it's got rid of all the rubbish, possibly, down into like the filter or into the oil pan, because oil is lethal stuff. Do not work on your engine cars if they're hot, especially with oil, and especially, I've seen some other ones, especially with your radiator. I've seen too many incidents like that, and people get seriously injured or potentially injured. Now, another one, we haven't seen one that's clear, I'll possibly see a different video. Now, you've got to understand, when you have like oil or water, something, obviously, especially water in your radiator, you have that radiator cap. Now, that's a pressurized sealed cap. And of course, when the water's running, the water boils. It's like having a hot kettle. So when you release that cap, where do you think all that pressure is going to go? And you probably may have seen it. If not, I've seen too many times that happen, and it is lethal. Absolutely, do never work on your car and its engine when it's hot. And if you have, I know people who are bringing the cars and mechanics, why do you think they wait for a bit? So you've driven the car there, and they let the car cool down for a bit, because they know it's safer to when it's cool down. With water, anything that has high boiling point almost, or can get hot and stuff, always work when it's cooler. So little tip there as well for you, but oh god, I fell for that. Oh god, some of them are amusing, some of them are just, it happens, but I feel for some of the expense on some of these cars that things happen. It is what it is at the end. God, I think that's everything from that one. It was car fails. It was from TikTok. Obviously been a while, but I want to react to some of those. Give a bit more insight, some knowledge I know. Like I say, I am no shame form an entire expert. I would have hopefully held my hands up and say that. But again, I do know a few things, and I was trying to be explaining the way somewhat easier. No, I go technical, but I want to explain it in a way easy to people. Some people can understand and stuff. And again, some of them using some of the danger. Again, if you ever do want to work on your car, please look into these things. See if you can do. If not, please take it to a real mechanic. Okay, do not do any damage to yourself or to your vehicle any further that needs repairing, because it will cost you a lot of money. But if you feel confident enough you can do it, please do so. But again, I would highly recommend take it to a trained professional mechanic at the end of the day, or trained technicians they're called now. Yeah, that was me reacting to some mechanical videos. I'll probably do some more videos like this in the future, very near future. And some of them are muted, some of them are oh god, it is what it is. Some things happen. So, hey, thank you very much for watching. Much love. We'll catch you. I'm gonna say catch you in the next adventure, but catch you in the next video, I guess. Bye.